Dash.
Stacey. Funny.
Stacey Dash little sister. I'm like, damn, why gotta be Stacey Dash?
What up? Oh shit, we on. I think we on. Hold on. Let me make sure. All right, we are on. What's popping? What's going on? What's the deal, people? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. I'm here with Sarah. I had to change her name to Sarah Riviera, because Sarah used to be known as Sarah Stone. And, you know, there was a porn star with the same name. So I was just like, you should just do porn and like, and compete.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel me? What up, Excalibur? Chief Wildfire was popping. You said she looks cute today.
Thank you.
He looks cute today.
Thank you.
So today, guys, we're talking about guys who are scared to be sexual with women. Okay, because I put out a video the other day and I was talking about, when you flirt, when you're talking to chicks, you gotta flirt. You can't just be on some regular platonic, just regular conversation, just on some hey, how you doing type of shit the whole time. You gotta turn it up. At some point, you gotta get it popping. You feel me? Because if you seen on Sarah's Instagram, she was at some party, cheating on me with some dude. You know what I'm saying? No,
I was on a date.
But yo, listen, guys. Make sure you get How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day, the ebook, hard copy, or audiobook.
Okay.
This is Sarah's favorite book in the whole world. She loves this book. So make sure you guys get it. You get an autographed copy.
Yes.
And we get it popping. So make sure you click the link below to get that book. Exactly.
Turn up.
You feel me? So I wanted to talk to you guys real quick about not being scared to flirt with chicks, to flirt real heavy, and to get sexual with girls. It's okay. It's okay. You feel me? But also too, you gotta see this is the key. What's poppin'? Dante, what's going on? Militant J, David in the building, Jermaine Jones, Kenwood Drive, Got Juice, Charles Gray, what's good? Darnell, what's going on, bro? Zeus, what up? But yeah, this is the thing. When you're getting sexual with women, right? The best thing to do is you gotta read the girl. You gotta see how comfortable she is. You know what I'm saying? With her own sexuality. You see what I mean? So even Sarah's super comfortable. You feel what I mean? So if you was talking to Sarah and you're flirting with Sarah and she's giving you those vibes like she wanted, you know what I'm saying? Then it ain't nothing wrong with doing it. But the thing is, if you're talking to a girl and she's not really trying to talk to you, or she's ignoring you, or she don't really want to say nothing to you, then it's kind of like there's no point in really taking it that far. You see what I mean? True. So, because a lot of guys, they're scared because they think that if they're, being on some sexual shit, they're going to be on some, chicks ain't gonna really like that. But Sarah, what's your thoughts on that? What's your expert opinion? You have years of experience being a woman. so let them know. So what happens when a guy is talking to you and he, he's feeling you, but he's too scared to hold. We're gonna take calls in a second. Don't worry, we're gonna take calls in a second. But what's your thoughts on a guy flirting with you, getting sexual, all that shit? What do you think?
It's fun. I think it's fun. Why not? Let's have a conversation. Let's talk. Let's feel each other out. Let's don't be shy. I love a guy who has the confidence to approach me to say some shit I want to hear. I want to hear all that good shit. Talk to me, boo.
What type of good shit you trying to hear though?
Yo, ma, so what's up?
Then they calling in crazy now. Hold on, we gonna take calls in a second. Don't worry, we gonna take calls in a second. But yeah, that's the thing, man. You just gotta see what type of girl you're dealing with, and see a lot of girls out there. This is what I like about Sarah. Sarah doesn't front. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of girls act like they, want some good girl nun type of thing where they just oh, I don't want none of that shit. But deep down, we're all adults here.
Exactly.
You feel me? And all that other shit. You feel what I'm saying? Man, so crazy. Rashad, he said, does size matter? Hilarious. So does size matter, Sarah?
Size does not matter.
She's lying. She's fucking lying. She's a goddamn lie.
Size does not matter, guys.
You're right. You're right. Sarah needs at least 30 inches. You know what I'm saying?
I need a calm 50. You know what I'm saying? Matumba in this moment. I need a matumba in my life.
You know what I'm saying? Man. See, Darnell, he said, read her body language. Does she smile a lot? Does she maintain eye contact? Is she touchy, etc.? Exactly. That's all you got. That's all you got to do. It's that simple. It's that simple. Because look, if I'm, let's say I'm at a bar or we at a spot and it's like a lounge, and you know a lot of lounges have like, you know, little couch areas like this, little something, and you chilling and like I'm talking and I see that the vibe is there, whatever, right? And so what you might do is this is something you could do. Like she has a ring on, be like, yo, this is a nice ring. So now I'm touching her hand. You see what I'm saying? It's a nice ring. Where'd you get that from? You know?
My mama bought it for me.
Oh, cool. And so now I could keep talking while I'm holding her hand the whole time. And so if she doesn't move her hand, that usually means that she's into it. You feel what I'm saying? It's that simple, right? And then so now you see that she's into it. Then you could get a little closer, do a little of that shit. You know what I mean? And then as you're talking, you get the shit popping.
Hey.
You see what I mean? So, you know.
Get it popping.
So that's all that is, man. You guys, don't be scared of these girls, man.
Don't be afraid. Like, stop making an assumption that she's not friendly or she doesn't want to talk. Like, have a conversation. Like, see that I'm a friendly person, and that you're gonna end up liking me.
Right.
Don't be shy. Like, I hate shy guys.
See, I'm telling you. Look at it. Talking about Sarah.
Ooh, I like that shit. Yeah, so crazy.
Oh shit. Oh man. But yo, all right, so guys, the number is 646-481-3901. Make sure you guys call up and all that. But yeah, man, you got to feel the vibes. You got to see, man. You got to see what's going on, because as you can see, Sarah has a huge crush on me. You feel what I'm saying? She can't even contain herself. Look at her. She's just like, you know, she was like, she couldn't even sleep last night. She was like, oh my God.
Thinking about you.
so, you know, what up, Greg John? What's going on with you, bro? But yeah, that's the thing, man. Don't be scared of these girls. And all you got to do is just, you know, feel the situation out, man. That's what you got to do. Feel the situation out. And then when a girl sees you're confident enough to tell her what it is, if she's feeling you, that turns her on. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, let me see who this is on the line. Yo, what's going on? Who's this? Yo.
What's up? This is Locario.
What's poppin'? Who's this?
What's up?
What up?
This is Emerson J.I. James.
What's going on, bro?
I just wanted to ask you a question.
All right. Huh? What's going on?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you a question. How do I charge this girl to the game? I've been chilling with this chick for like 2 weeks at school and shit, and like, you know, she started mixed signals and shit. Like, I've been catching the train with her, and like, she'd be on a sack, and then she'd be off the sack. But I heard, you know, you're supposed to keep your options open, so I started messing with other chicks, and now she want to get jealous.
So wait, hold on, wait.
Frustrated in front of the whole class.
Wait, so you said, hold on. So you said there's a chick that you're trying to mess with, and then now she getting all funny style because you're talking to other girls and all that?
She's jealous?
Yeah.
Man, listen, don't see. She's one of those chicks who she play games. She don't know what she want. You know what I'm saying? So don't really worry about that chick. Just talk to the other girls you're talking to.
Exactly. Don't let her stop you.
That's it.
You better live your life.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's weird because like, I just checked out the other chick she was mad at just yesterday. Thanks to your advice and shit, I just started watching your channel, man. Like, it's how it works. Mm-hmm. This shit really works.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, and since it worked, you gotta look. I probably gotta do a video on this one, but there's a difference between attraction and seduction. You see what I'm saying? So, if you are dealing with a chick and she's making it easy for you, the cooperation's heavy, that means she's attracted to you. If you're dealing with a girl where you have to sort of do other things to get her in the mood or to get her thinking about that shit, that's seduction. Now, with this girl who's who's playing all these games. You know what I'm saying?
Talking that talk.
You know what I mean? You got to go on that seduction route. If you want to do that, that's on you, and you got to spend time on that. But I don't think they call you Tina Turner. I don't think I don't think you even need to bother with all that. Just you know what I'm saying? Just talk to the other girls. Like, you shouldn't even be asking me about this other chick. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You gotta have them lined up.
You got all these other girls out there.
What's up?
Yeah, you're right. I'm just
You know what I'm
hung
saying?
up on this one, man.
Cause soon as Sarah start acting funny, she's out of here. She's out of there. That's how you gotta be, man.
You gotta keep them lined up.
You gotta keep them lined up. I'm saying.
Don't stress about one. You gotta have multiple. You need options, man.
Exactly. So if this girl playing games, or she acting funny, or because a lot of the times these girls don't know when they don't know what they want, they'll be feeling you. Then when they see you talking to another girl, that's when they want to get all funny style.
Yes, they like that even more. Like, ooh, okay. I really want him now.
Exactly. So you know. So don't worry about that shit. Just keep that shit pushing. You feel me?
All right, thank you.
All right, bro. I'm holler at you.
All right, peace.
All right, peace.
All right.
You say you get it. All right, let me see who this is. You, what's going on?
Hello?
Yeah, what up?
Yeah, man. So, this Millicent Jake.
What's going on, bro?
Yeah, man. So, I obviously see, man, you know what I mean? I'm on Millicent Dewey, man, and you got that little fine little red bone thing right next to you, man.
What's that? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man? Cause, like Locario, like I say, man, I like them light bright and almost white, man.
Let's get it.
Yeah. So, but anyway, man, I'm gonna get straight to it, man. You know what I mean? So, and she probably could put in on this too as well. But anyway, so I got a date coming up on Tuesday, and this female, man, I don't know what it is, man. I think as a man, there's at least one woman out there that just kind of just throws you out of pocket, and I'm telling you, like, I'm kind of embarrassed to say, but she just gets me like real like nervous and shit. You know what I mean?
Shit.
So, and I know the topic is, getting these bitches. Excuse me.
No, keep it going. Keep it going. Don't switch it up now. Keep it going. Don't switch it up now. Go ahead.
All right,
Bitches.
my bad.
Call me a bitch. I like it.
You know what I mean? So, huh?
Nah, go ahead. What you said?
Oh, all right, yeah. So, I know the whole topic is, you understand, just, being a finesse, you understand? So, how can I negate this nervousness to this, like, one woman, you know what I mean? And, just to, get it done, man. You dig what I'm saying? So,
Right.
What you got to say about that, or both of y'all?
Well, the thing is, look, man, like it's really all in your mind, because you're putting her on a pedestal. You're making it seem as if she's, way more special than anybody else. And what you need to do is that whenever you're interacting with her, don't look at it as like, damn, like this one is different and she's super, like that's what's making you nervous. So either way, you got to treat her like every other girl. But what happens is you got to get yourself used to being a certain way with women in general. You feel what I'm saying? So,
Right.
That's the thing. But Sarah, what do you think? So, like, if you ever have guys that seem like they're nervous and they trying to really make it happen?
Treat me regular. Like, look at me like if I was like your sister. I will. All right, not really, but like.
Nah.
All right, I like that. But just like, I don't know, just don't be treat me normal. Like, treat me like a normal human being, having a normal conversation.
Right.
Like, I'm not. There's no reason to be intimidated by me. There's no reason to be nervous. Like,
Right.
I love to talk. Like, I wanna probably talk more than you. You just gotta
Right, and also too, remember, you gotta lead the situation. You feel what I'm saying? So
Okay.
when she sees that you're calm, cool, collected, in control, you feel what I'm saying? That's gonna make her want to follow what you're doing. And then if you start getting, flirtatious, building sexual tension, that's gonna make it easier for the situation to flow where it needs to go. If you're nervous and she senses you're nervous, that's going to make the situation awkward because she's looking to follow your lead. You understand? Like, so a woman is going to be more in her feminine the more in your masculine you are. You see what I mean? And so that's going to make her want to really go. That's what's going to make her want to go in on the situation. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's really that simple. It's really that simple. So yeah, don't. Remember, it's all in your mind. You gotta just be in the moment. And look at take the nervousness, because what's making you nervous? What makes you feel nervous?
I mean, well, because, like I said, 'cause my thing is, you understand, and no offense, man, but, I feel like most women either are whores or did some hoish shit. So it's a lot easier to treat them accordingly when I have that mindset. But you know what I mean? Right. But this woman right here in particular, you know what I'm saying, she on some square bra type shit. You know what I mean? She a cold chick, you know what I'm saying? But she just had this good girl vibe to her. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I know that's not true. Ain't no such thing. You know what I'm saying? That woman don't exist. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that's kind of like what's getting at me. You dig what I'm saying?
Right. Well, that's the thing, because you're taking cues off of how she's trying to present herself. But see, that's the thing. You got to figure out what you're trying to do, and then present that to her and have her follow that. Because right now you're following her. You feel what I'm saying? You're following. You see what I mean? You're following her direction. Now, it's one thing to be dealing with a girl, and let's say she, you try to really make something happen sexual with her, and then she will tell you some shit like, oh, I don't think we should like do this tonight, or I don't think we should have sex tonight, whatever. That's cool, but at least you let her know this is what you're trying to do. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to put her in a position to respond to what you're trying to do. You see what I mean? And so, sometimes the girls will do it, sometimes they won't. You understand what I'm saying? But again, it all depends on the girl you're with, and it depends on how attractive she is to you. You see what I'm saying? So all those factors come in, but the point is, you got to be the one from the jump to let her know what you're trying to do. You feel what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. You feel what I mean? And it comes with your words. It comes with your body language. Comes with your energy. You see what I'm saying? So there should be like no mistake a lot of time. Like as to her figuring out that okay, you trying to make something happen. You see what I mean? So that makes it happen quicker. So that's all that really is. You feel me?
Okay. Yeah, all right, man. Appreciate it, man. But you know what I'm saying? But before I go, man, I must say, man, Sarah, what you need to do is, you need to bring your red stuff, down DC. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like I said, man, stop fucking with them.
What's good? I'm gonna come real soon, boo. What up, babe?
Oh, like I said, I just thought I'd just put that shit out there, man. You know what I mean? Because like I said, because you might be unhappy, you need a new pappy. You know what I'm saying? I'm that nigga.
Heard you. I'm gonna pull up, boo. I'm gonna pull up on you.
All right. Y'all be safe.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yo. I'm holla.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
All right, peace. Oh, Sarah, what's your Instagram again for the people that's asking in the chat room?
My Instagram is Starring Sarah.
At Starring Sarah. STARRING.
Yeah.
Cool. Yo, what's going on? Hold on,
What's up, Mr. Locario?
I got like all these people calling right now. Hold on, one second. God damn. Hold on. Yo, what up?
What's up, man? Hey.
What's going on?
This Blue Man. I forgot the girl name. What's up, though?
Sarah.
Yo, what's good? My name is Sarah. What's your name?
My name's Blue Man.
Hi.
Right. What's poppin', bro?
What's up? Hey, alright, so sometimes I make plans to go holler at chicks. You know what I'm saying? I'm an attractive dude. A lot of girls told me I'm attractive. Some gay guy told me that I was attractive. So, I don't swing that way, but, I just go ahead and let it know. But, so I'm trying to figure out, when to talk to, I guess you say when to use, either go for, a conversation or be just, the conversation is going to be, direct. At some point in time, I'm going to tell her, I think that she's sexy, and eventually I'm going to want to, stick my dick in her. And so, so I'm just trying to figure out how should I go about it in different settings, like at a club or at a, if I'm talking to a girl who's working at a convenience store, So, and a lot of these chicks, have boyfriends. Like today, I'm making plans to go to Atlanta to talk to a bunch of different bitches. So I'm trying to figure out, what exactly should I, say or whatever, at the certain time. Not exactly, but what should I go for? A conversation, or should I just hey, you cute,
I think you're sexy. You know, we should hook up. What are you doing later on today? Let's exchange numbers, something like that, or you know.
Right. Well, yeah, it depends. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you in the street, let's say you see a girl in the street, and you might only have like a minute to talk to her. So then you want to do just like you said, go direct. Be like, listen, what's your name? How you doing? My name's so and so. Listen, we should get together sometime, get a drink or hang out, hook up, whatever it is. Here's my number. Boom. That's it. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if you're in a situation where, let's say you at a club or a bar and you got more time, then you could do more shit. You feel what I'm saying? So you as you're there, since she's there with you, you could start talking to her, flirting with her to the point where y'all could end up, getting touchy-feely, end up making out, end up, taking her back to your spot. You feel me? So you could do all of that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So it all depends on the context of the situation. Depends on where you're at. Depends on what's going on, and how much time you got. You see what I'm saying?
Also, I wonder if the game different for like dudes who are attracted. Because I was listening to your show, and dudes who are attracted, we do have a hard time sometimes.
Nah, yeah. Well, that's
so it ain't always about.
Yeah, that's what I was telling. That's what I was saying to
I'm trying to figure out,
guys.
is it different? Because sometimes I feel like the chick be like afraid,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that happens too. There's times where like Sarah's scared of good-looking dudes. That's why she always give her ugly guys. You feel me?
Exactly.
Sarah's scared. Because she thinks that the good-looking dudes is gonna be players.
I go with the fugly ones. I like them. They want to rub my feet. I like that.
All right. So let me ask Sarah this. So how would she probably wouldn't even know. So how would you suggest a guy who's attracted to get with? How can I get with you, Sarah? If I'm a good-looking dude, how can I get with you?
Just having a cool conversation. Like, I just adore that. And that's actually it's not as common, so that's why I appreciate it. Like, I love when a guy just talks to me. We're just talking about, like, life and deep things. And we're just having fun and we're enjoying each other's company. Like, that's genuine to me. And that's gonna get you in my panties. So, just be real. Just be real and be you. And you gonna get in there. You know what I'm saying? Just be you. Be confident.
See,
Is it different for ugly guys and cute guys, or what's up?
No, I actually was just with an ugly guy, and he got in the panties. And he was ugly as hell, but it was just our vibe. Like we could talk for hours, and he was so ugly, and I'm like, what am I doing? I had to reevaluate life, but it was a good vibe.
So after you fuck Ruben Stutter,
basically, might as well.
I'm saying, like, if I was to approach you, I'm in shape and I look good. Is the game? Are you gonna, if I was to talk to you like that, would you be like, no, I have a boyfriend, or you have to gain like 300 pounds to fuck this pussy?
No. Wait, what was the question?
No, I'm trying to figure out if the game different, because I might come to New York and see your ass.
Hey, what's good?
I'm like, holla at me.
Yeah, what up?
You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out, like, do I need to change it up? Do I need to gain 300 pounds or something?
No, that's not the point.
I said ugly, not obese. Goddammit.
See, that's the point. The thing is, look, man, you gotta come at them. How you gonna come at them? And so see, this is what I think. This is what guys don't understand a lot, is that a lot of women, what it is a lot of women have what they call like an open type, meaning that a girl will say, yo, I like a guy who looks like fucking Tyrese or Nelly or whoever, right? But a dude might come up to her that look totally different than them dudes. He start talking to her, they start chilling, and then she starts liking him, and then she ends up fucking with that guy, because it's not necessarily just one thing. And the same thing for guys. Like, example, you might think of a girl who you think is a dime, right? I'm sure you met a girl or had been with other girls who are like 7s that you think, or 6s, and you still fuck them, right? You still date them, you still do shit with them. Same thing with women. A woman might want a guy who looks like Idris Elba, but she'll still get with a regular dude, you know what I'm saying, that's just out there getting it popping. You see what I mean?
Okay.
So you
I
know.
got you. But let's say, all right. So a lot of times I'm about to go to probably like Lennox Mall or Perimeter Mall.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times I meet chicks who are working,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and they look fine.
Right.
So sometimes I'm trying to figure out, should it be more, you know, quick and to the point, or conversation if she's at work.
Yeah, if she's at work, you gotta get that shit quick and to the point, bruh. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because if she working at Target
Okay.
or some shit, and this is why I tell you get some business cards and just hand her the card, because they at work, so they don't have time to really go through a long conversation, and they could potentially get in trouble for talking to you all, you know, that whole time. So it's like you being quick about it. It also lets her know you know what you're doing, which within itself is a good thing, because now she's like, okay, this guy seems cool, and he knew not to stand here all day and try to flirt with me while I'm at work. He gave me his information. He told me to call him, so let me go see what's popping with this guy. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is,
Okay.
man.
Oh, is it? Would you recommend getting sexual in that conversation while they're at work, or is it?
I mean,
You know,
not
depends on
really,
the shit
because you
that's
can't
outside.
see the thing is with getting sexual is that you want to be able to have time to be in a situation where it can get to sex. You see what I'm saying, or get to some type of sex? Because like if if I meet a girl in the street for a minute and she's on her way to work or she's on her way somewhere, I don't really got time to get sexual with her.
You my dick in your butt.
You know what I'm
Be
saying?
like, what?
You know what I mean? Exactly. I ain't got time to get sexual. So at that moment, I'm like, yo, listen, you know, what you doing this weekend or something, or what you doing later today? Give me a number. Here's my card. Let's get together later. Then when I get together with her, now we at the bar, we at the lounge, or whatever, or then I can get sexual. Now she's here. We got time. I can talk. I'll be like, yo, so how you doing? Like, what's going on with you? Blah, 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 blah. Now it's easier to get sexual because we're there. You feel what I'm saying? We're in front of each other's faces. We got time to really make it happen. Because remember, it's about building sexual tension. Because remember, guys are horny. Women get horny. You feel what I'm saying? So that's usually how it is. Guys are like a fire. Like we light the matches, the fire's on. Women are like the oven. You gotta turn it up, give it some time to heat up, and then they get it builds up in them, and then once it builds up, they're freaking maniacs, and they just want to jump all over you and rip your clothes off and shit. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing. So that's why we called it building sexual tension, because you're gonna have sometimes where a girl seems like she's horny at that moment, and usually what happens is because in some shape or form there was some sexual tension being built. Because sometimes this is what happened. Sometimes you go to a club and you're talking to a girl, right? And you're flirting with her, but you don't really take it all the way, meaning you don't continue. So now let's say I'm talking to Sarah, I'm flirting with her a little bit. Now she's getting a little bit horny because I'm talking to her, right? Now I say to her, yo, let me get your number. And if she's like, all right, here's my number, and I leave. Now she's still horny. She's like, fuck, I wanted this to do. But now you roll up on her, and now she's already built up the tension for you. You see what I'm saying? So that's why even this is a good thing you can notice if you're at a club or a bar and you see guys talking to women, but they don't seem like they know what they're doing. After they bounce or after she seems like she's like tired of talking to this nigga, you can go and roll up and just get that shit going. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Right in there.
So you know, that's what you got to do.
I got you.
You feel me?
Hey, but all right. So last week I was talking to a bartender, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to figure out. She seemed like she was very friendly and flirtatious with other guys or whatever. But you know, when I started talking to another chick, she seemed like she felt some type of way. So I don't know whether or not, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking that's just how she is, you know what I'm saying, on the job. Because you know what I'm saying, she walking around basically half naked and shit. So. And she's, you know, gully and friendly.
So you saying the bartender? Hold on, you saying the bartender was feeling a certain type of way about you talking to some other chick in there? Is that what you saying?
Like her facial expression seemed like, like to me, it seemed like it was because her facial expression. Once I started talking to another chick,
right, at
the bar or whatever, she seemed that her facial expression. She started, she wasn't as friendly to me no more.
Okay, well, fuck it. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, you at a bar. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? There's people there. You got, you know what I mean? So, it is what it is. So, don't worry about none of that shit. All I'm saying is that whatever context or situation you in, figure out what's the best course of action for that situation. You see what I mean? If you got 2 minutes to talk to this chick, just get her information so you can set up another time. If you got time to talk to a girl, you at a bar, at a club, you out chilling, then that's the time where you could go in and get real sexual because it could lead to something. You feel me? So that's what it is, bro.
I got you.
Yeah, man. But me, I appreciate the call. All right, I'm gonna holler at you later, man. All right. All right, peace.
All right, man. Peace out, y'all.
Peace. All right, people. Yeah. Crazy. Let me see if people calling in like fucking crazy right now. Hold on. Yo, what's going on?
Yo, what's going on, Mr. Locario?
What's poppin'? Who's this?
This is Al from LA, and I don't know what the beautiful sister's name is, but hey, how's it going?
Sarah. That's Sarah right there.
What's her name?
Sarah.
Sarah. Pleasure meeting you, Sarah.
Likewise.
Well, look, Mr. Locario, I'm going to get straight to the point here because I know you have a lot of callers. So I finally started seeing some quote-unquote results from the direct approach.
Right.
I actually went on dates with 2 women, but here's now like the next stumbling block that I'm falling upon. So pretty much both of them were approached, in the same situation where, hey, you know what, I'm interested in you. I want to get together so I can get to know you. And then, so all right, cool, I think I gave them my number, and then one of them, I got her number. And then we go on a date. But then, like, the initial interest, because both of these were at bars. So, one of them tongue raped me on the dance floor. So I'm thinking, hey, next time we go out,
okay.
they'll be on and popping.
Right.
They'll be on and popping. So I'm like, all right, I just didn't want to take advantage of her because she said it out of her mouth, and you could tell she was just drunk as fuck. So I didn't want to get caught up with one of that Me Too movement shit. So... So, I just took my time.
Right.
I hit her up about 3 weeks later, and then we get together, and the entire time she was just being, like, apologetic, talking about that's not her, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Like, in real life, she's a sweet, innocent girl. So, I just try to, let her know, like, hey, you know what, that was then, this is now. But I'm thinking, like, all right, you know what, maybe we could pick up from the vibe we were having at the bar.
Right.
And she just seemed, like, very, very closed off with a point where our interaction just went, like, to basic small talk, where it didn't even
so it was like dead.
Any kind of sexual tension.
Right. Well, the thing is,
Get her drunk.
Yeah, get her drunk. But with a lot of these chicks, it's funny because women sort of decide how they're gonna come at you. You feel what I'm saying? They decide like, how they want to present themselves to you. So she's probably trying to present like this good girl image and all this other shit to you, and and she probably felt a certain type of way being kind of like sexual with you before. So now she's trying to like start over, So the thing with that is, what you have to do is, in those situations a lot of times, is you have to get it to the point where you're making it okay for her to be that way. You understand? To be all sexual and free and all.
Comfortable.
Right, exactly. Because she might be thinking, oh man, I really like this guy, and I don't want him to think I'm this way, because then maybe if he thinks I'm this way, he's gonna, probably just want to, have sex with me and then keep it moving. Because remember, a woman's rejection usually is later. Like a guy's rejection is up front. So if I approach a girl and I talk to her, right? She says no to me, right? Most women, when they guys approach them or whatever, the guy is interested up front. He gets her information. They hang out, do all this other stuff. Then he has sex with her, and then he never calls her again. That's a woman's rejection. You feel what I'm saying? So
right.
You see what I mean?
No,
So,
absolutely, yeah.
Or
right.
I might just like it.
Right, that too.
Call me again.
Exactly, like see, or they just went in for that one night, right? So, but if the girl wants to see you again, she's like feeling a certain type of way. So, the thing is, what I would say with you is that you got to put the situation in a frame where you're telling her or expressing to her that you want to do that shit. Because what you told her, you said, oh, you said something to the effect of, oh, don't worry about it, it's okay, we could start over or something like that, because then you made it seem as if you were co-signing with what she was doing. You see what I'm saying? Or co-signing with her thought of, oh, she shouldn't have done this.
On her wholeness.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Is that...
Man, maybe she took it that way, but at some point, I'm like, you know what? That's the girl. That's the girl I want to hang out with because.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. You gotta make sure you're doing that from the beginning.
Turned me off. I'm the one that told her we shouldn't even talk anymore because I felt like I was a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, so I was like, nah, like, all right, that's cool.
So
but,
so you said,
but I'm hearing you.
So you said to her that you felt like y'all shouldn't talk anymore?
Yeah, well, again, because, like, dude, it turned, like, awkward as hell where she was just nervously giggling.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, as the date went on, I was like, all right, you know what? Let me see if I can put my arm around her. Let me see, you know, let me see how I could escalate this. And I could just feel the vibe. It was just weird. And then when I would touch her, like, you could tell she was just, like, a little bit apprehensive about it.
Right.
So I was like, again, you know what? I will put the responsibility on myself where maybe at some point I did say something where she interpreted as like, yeah, you were wrong for doing that. Mm-hmm. But that was never really my intention. You know, I was just trying to, you know, I was trying to like pick it up. You know, I was like, well, hey, you tongue raped me that time. Like, you know, we should probably take it to the next step. But it just never presented itself.
Right. Because this is the thing. You gotta be in a situation where the you know, you being sexual with her is consistent. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? So I felt like when she was saying, like, you know, oh, I don't know, I don't this and I don't that. You feel what I'm saying? She, you know, it was kind of like,
girl, you wasn't saying that a week ago.
Right? You know what I'm saying? You got to bring it back. You got to bring it back to that energy. You got to, because if she's like, oh,
she got it in her.
I feel like you know, I apologize because you said she apologized. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like no, baby, listen.
I like that.
Don't apologize. It's all good.
It was lit.
Exactly. We could do this. Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like this. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit. Don't do all that apologizing shit, or don't co-sign her apologizing. Get her back into it. Now, let's say if you try to do that and she's still feeling a certain type of way, right? Mm-hmm. That might mean that she within herself has some sort of uncomfortability or issue with know, sex or having sex at that point or whatever it is. You see what I mean? So, and that's something, you know, that's out of your control, but at least you brought up the situation to be able to respond, to have her respond in that way. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I mean, again, I'm just like, well, the other thing I forgot to tell you, like, okay, at the bar, she even called me straight up, like, you know, I know what you want. And I told her, yeah, you know what? Well, I leaned into her and I told her in her ear, yeah, you know what I want, but I'm trying to see what you're all about. So that's why we got to get together. But again, everything that I guess like in my mind, like I was like, okay, you know what? It'll be an easy continuation, a smooth transition. You know, we'll get something popping that night. It was like the complete opposite, and I was fucking flabbergasted. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and see, that's why, and that's why you should have. That's why you should have tried to make it happen that night, because you know what I'm saying. If you could have.
Yeah, but again, man, you could tell that she was fucking lit, man. And I don't know, man. I mean, I'm really trying to stray away from that whole trying to take advantage of women when they're drunk, man.
Oh yeah, no, I don't. Oh, so you said she was drunk?
Well, you could tell, just in her body language, man.
Right.
Because again, like at first, I was like, all right, you know what? Maybe you know she's tired or whatever. And then, like I said, she just tongue raped me, and then she's like, yeah, I'm so fucking drunk. So I was like, oh shit, like, all right, let me just get her number, let her know we're gonna get together like in 3 weeks from now, and we'll pick up from there. Because the only other thing I could think of is that her beer goggles wore off. It's like, oh shit.
No, and well, that could be it too, because like since she was drunk. Or since she was tipsy or whatever it was, she was a little bit more loose. And then after she sobered up, she's like, oh my God, what did I do? Blah, blah, blah. You know, that type of shit.
Right.
But I agree with you that don't fuck with these chicks when they drunk. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. Because they were talking all that shit. But
or fuck with me when I'm drunk.
Exactly. I don't want to be calling you from a correctional facility number and be like, hey, Locario, I fucked up.
Right, exactly. So because I've turned down plenty of women who were were drunk as hell. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I had times where chicks was ready to go get it in, and I told them, listen, we can't do it. Like I can't. Like I wanted to because it was bad. I'm like, but I can't because you're drunk. And so always fuck with chicks when they sober. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Have them walk a straight line and see if they could. If they can't walk the straight line,
Right.
Then you can't handle the D.
Right there, right?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So,
What you say, Sarah?
If they can't walk a straight line, they can't handle the D.
Exactly. Exactly.
Ew.
But yeah, but what I would say to you is just like what we're saying is that, you know, always continue and keep the consistency of the, you know, the interaction as far as like it being a sexual thing. You see what I'm saying? Because even if she's feeling a certain type of way, you want her. It's almost like you want her to know that you like her that way. You feel what I'm saying? You have no issue with it. You're not like, you know, because for a lot of women, especially if they feeling you, their whole thought is, I like this guy, so I don't want him to leave me. And leaving them means sex, meaning like, oh, if I have sex with him, he's most likely gonna go away because he had sex with me.
Split, yeah.
Right. So you know, you got it's almost like, but at the same time, you got to still put out that energy, like, yo, like I really want you, like I'm trying, you know, I want to get you naked. I'm trying to really, you know, I want to stick my tongue everywhere, all over the place, do all that shit. So that she, at the same time, still, you know, feels that energy. You see what I mean? Because for a lot of women, they still, it's like, again, like I was saying, they'll warm up to it. You feel what I mean? As you're making it happen, and all that other extra stuff goes out the window as far as them, like, you know, thinking about all this other stuff, being all up in their head, thinking of, oh, what is he gonna think about me? All that stuff goes out the window once they're at that point where they're getting hype about it. You feel what I'm saying? But that's right, exactly. You see what I mean? So that's what it is.
Yeah,
man.
For sure.
That's
and
what
then,
it is.
actually, let me just tack on like a small part too. So, how do you know you're being sexual in a straightforward way rather than thirsty? And let me just give you a little bit of backstory because, you know, I've been up front, but then I just hit him up. Hey, what's up? You available?
Right.
So I'll be like, nah, I'm not available. And then, you know, I hit him up a couple of weeks later, or, you know, well, old me would hit him up like every weekend. You know, let's keep it 100. But like, at what point do you know as a man damn, Sarah, you're distracting me, girl.
Oh, sorry. I gotta get up. I gotta turn up. I'm sorry. All right, go ahead.
No, that's good. You got to stay focused. You got to get. This is perfect because you're gonna have to stay focused. This is good. This is good. You know, multitasking, I guess. You know
Yeah, man. I've been working out that meditation and Sarah just fucked all that up.
My bad, son. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, man.
No, go ahead. What you saying?
Yeah, brother. So what I'm saying is, how do you know you've reached the balance of being sexual but not being like too overly sexual where it's almost thirsty or desperate?
Right. Well, the thing is this: it's a back and forth thing, meaning you do something, and then she does something. Then you do something, then she does something. So, for example, if let's say if I'm flirting with Sarah, right, and we're talking, and I grab her hand or something like that. So I'm doing something by grabbing her hand, right? Now, she's doing something by letting me keep her, like, holding her hand. You see what I mean? So now I say, okay, she's doing that. So now I'm gonna put my arm around her, and then I put my arm around her, and then she's doing something by leaning into me. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, okay.
You see what I mean? So everything is like, what are you doing, and then what is she doing? You see what I mean? And let's say if I'm trying to, you know, hold her hand and she moves her hand away.
You see, now I'm keeping eye contact with you, Sarah. You're too much.
Right. So imagine like I'm trying to grab her hand or touch her hand and she's moving her hand away, like I'm doing this, and then she's like moving her hand away, and then I like try to grab it again, and that's thirsty. You see what I'm saying? You see what I mean? So it's just back and forth. It's supposed to be like you're playing freaking ping pong and shit. It's like you hit the ball, she hits the ball back.
Right.
You see what I mean? And so it got to be back and forth type of shit. If it's not the back and forth type of shit, then it comes off thirsty because now you're keep going when she's not really reciprocating. If she's reciprocating, it goes, you know what I'm saying? Back and forth.
And I'm assuming that's the same thing with verbal communication, correct?
Right.
Where,
all that stuff. Just like if you're texting a girl, you text her, she's supposed to text you back. You feel what I'm saying? It shouldn't be you sending her like 8 text messages and she's not doing nothing. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
That's all it is.
One thing I'll admit to all the guys right here, I've been completely misreading direct approach, meaning where I'm thinking, I've been honest, I finally found a woman that, kind of is digging my direct approach. So then all of a sudden, I'm letting the chickens out and they're running all over the place, scaring the woman off.
Right.
I have come to realize that where even though you're direct, and I don't know if this has been your experience, but sometimes it might be, it could be within hours or weeks or sometimes even months, but you just got to be patient, like you said, wait for her to like kind of return the move.
Yeah, because sometimes...
and be patient about it.
Right, because there's times where I've talked to girls, and I've talked about this before, where I had this girl when I was in Hunter College. There was this girl I was hollering at, and I told her, I was like, listen, I was like, yo, I want to fuck you. Like, I told her, like, I was like, listen, I was like, I want to fuck the shit out of you. And she's like, oh, but I'm seeing this guy and this and that. So I said, listen, when you're not seeing the dude, if that don't work out, holler at me. So this chick, hollered at me like maybe 6 months down the line, just randomly. Hell yeah, just randomly was like, hey, what you doing? And then she's like, you want to come over? I came over and then we got it done. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's real.
So you would have killed it if you would have been on her like every weekend. That.
Say that again.
She would have like ran away, meaning so once you let her know your intentions, you step back, and eventually she came around. But you would have most likely killed it if you kept at it every time you saw her.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like she knew. You know what I mean? And sometimes I would run into her in school in a hallway, and it would just be like on some high and by shit. But she knew what it was, because even when she would like sometimes stop and talk to me, it was just straight flirting, like just so it was almost a reiteration of, listen, when you ready to fuck, you know who to call. So when the girl does get horny, who you think she gonna call? You see what I'm saying? The guy who's been letting her know. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Ask this to Sarah. Sarah, let me get your perspective. So when a guy is cool and calm and collected like that, does that let you know that he's in control of his dick? Or what about him like just being patient, like just drive you to him?
No, I like a guy who's cool, calm, collective, who likes to talk, and he's not shy. I don't know. I can't really judge that based on somebody's dick game, because I don't know. They could be two total different people. I guess I don't know.
Oh man,
I feel you. So definitely try to stick on the air of like, hey, I'm letting you know what I'm about. And just kind of like let the cards fall where they may. If she gets back to you, cool. Then play the whole ping pong game until you get I guess what you're looking for, or just be cool with it, and not going anywhere. Because I'm thinking that other chick is just, kind of the same thing. It just didn't go anywhere because I wasn't playing it right with the second chick.
Right.
Or she was just not interested. Something so.
Yeah, because it can either be one of those two. Either way, you gotta let her know what you're trying to do so that she can respond to what you're trying to do. That's really all it is. That's all that is. So everything is really, see her response to what you present. That's it. You feel me? That's it.
I feel you, man.
That's all it is,
guys,
bro.
if you're not doing direct game, hey, get your ass to it. I'll let you know. Yeah, you're gonna take the falls, just like I am right now. But you know what? You feel better, man. Honestly, you feel better about yourself rather than having to spend all this fucking energy beating around the bush, lying and pretending that you're something you're not.
Right. Real talk, man.
I like him.
Real talk, bro.
All right.
Man, I appreciate the call, bro. Keep doing your thing.
Bye, boo.
You feel me? All right, man. Take care.
All right, Sarah, what's up? Where can we follow you at? I'm going to get all these thirsty motherfuckers on your page.
Hey. My Instagram is Starring Sarah.
It's at Starring Sarah. That's SARAA, right?
Yes.
So
can you type it in the chat box?
Yeah, I'm going to type it in the chat box right now. So it's at Starring Sarah with 2 A's.
You're welcome, guys.
All right, bro. So now she
now I can dance. Now I can twerk, damn it.
Now she gonna twerk.
Yeah, right.
All right, bro. I'm gonna holler at you, man.
All right, guys. You guys have a good one.
All right, peace,
Bam.
peace. Later.
All right, later.
All right. Let me see who else this is. Hold on. EL, what's going on? What's popping?
What's going with you? This is Infinite Ism out of Oakland.
What up, bro? What's popping with you, man?
What's going with you, brother? Hey, man, I just woke up in the morning. I'm out here in Cali at 10 o'clock. I was like, should I see the show? Let me call in with
That's what's up. So what's going on with you, man?
bro? Hey, man, I'm just listening to, a lot of dudes and just paying attention to the game, whatever. I'm just coming to realize, man, a lot of these dudes, man, Locario, they don't want no pussy, man.
So they didn't want no pussy?
They don't want no pussy, man. It be sad sometimes. I'll be sad. And making it seem like these women ain't out here fucking. I'm like, hey, look, dude, we
fucking
out here fucking.
It's true.
They
Man.
out here fucking ain't. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that, society places a little morality when it comes to fucking. And a lot of dudes thinking that when they have sex with women, they thinking that the woman's doing him a favor. And
Right, exactly.
Like, dang, you feel me? Like, don't get confused with the innocence. You better leave the bitch open her legs if she wanted some dick, just like you wanted some pussy. So.
Right.
But hey, man, let these dudes, continue to not know what's going on. Because the way I look at it is like she's just more pussy than me.
True.
Nah, real talk. But that's the funny part. A lot of dudes, see the guys, they say that like 20% of the guys is getting most of the women. You feel what I mean? Like 20% of the guys is getting like 80% of the women. You feel me? Because I know me personally, man. It's like, I already told you I got a wife and I got a girlfriend. You feel what I'm saying? And Sarah about to be the next on the team. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a lot of like, guys don't realize. Look, all you got to do is really be out there, be confident, put yourself out there, and let these girls know what it is. And the chicks is gonna be, they're gonna be around. But see, a lot of dudes, since they don't know the game, they're going off of. It's almost like they're going off of like the mainstream advice. They look at shit like the Steve Harveys and the people saying a bunch of simp shit and a whole bunch of goofy shit that don't really work.
Simp shit.
You know what I'm saying? so
Yeah, nah, man, cause them little Steve Harvey and all these little corny little simp motherfuckers, they kind of fucked up the mentality, even though it was already fucked up, and a lot of these dudes are natural born simps, I think. Some dudes, not to be fucked up, man, it's not in them to be on some play shit. Like,
oh yeah, that's true.
To all this shit, but it's just their upbringing, it's just them themselves, like they just, they're like, oh my God, no, I would never do that to a woman, and over here just holding roses. I remember I was in Miami one time.
Right.
A dude approached a bitch with 12 roses.
Oh my God.
That. Bitch rejected him. I'm looking at this dude like fucking cornball.
You're
like,
doofy, you big doof. You look stupid.
Like, yo, it's so funny though, because like I think we talked about this in the other video where, there's times where like I had sex with women and they're telling me to call them all types of shit and all types of sluts and whores, and they want you to grab them by the neck and tell them shut the fuck up and take this dick and all. Like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, they be loving that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so and then,
women want to be dominated sexually, mentally, spiritually, everything.
Facts.
Take control. Take control of their shit.
Facts. That's what I'm saying.
Take full control.
Exactly. Nah, because that's what they don't get. That's what they don't get. You know what I'm saying? And so I think once a guy understands that, that's when he'll start getting more success, because you have to have a whole different mindset, because I ain't gonna front. Like, I remember the first time I was with a chick and we was fucking, and she was like, I want you to call me a bitch, and I want you to call me a slut, and I was just like, what? Like, what the fuck? Like, seriously? I was like, word? Like, I was like, are you, like, what the fuck's going on? Because, your conditioning is, you hear, oh, you gotta be this way with women, and women are delicate flowers, and they don't like sex, and, you gotta be very gentle with them, because they're just having sex to to please you and to do you a favor. So you got to take them out and do all this extra stuff. So that it's like all this goofy shit that they don't realize. And I'm like, yo, chicks be having fucking multiple orgasms and shit. Chicks be fucking, yo, dude, it's insane. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's insane. I remember one time I think this was like maybe in my early 20s. I was fucking with, I think, maybe around 11 or 12 chicks at a time. Like, that was like 11 or 12 girls I was dating that was on my team.
God damn.
So I had a lot of time on my hands. You feel me? So there was a time, and this is why this is what gave me the inspiration of writing this book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, because there were times where that would be the thing, where I would be fucking 2 chicks a day. Sometimes I remember one day I fucked 3 girls and I felt disgusting. I was like, this is too much. I was like I woke. I was at this girl's house. I spent the night. We fucked the night before. Woke up, fucked her in the morning. Went home, washed my dick. Fucked this other girl that lived down the block from me. Went back home, took a shower, and then fucked this other girl
you
that I
living the life.
You know what I'm saying? That I across town. So the thing was, because I was fucking with so many women and they all wanted some sex, it taught me like, yo, these chicks really want dick out here. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like they don't want it and I gotta convince them to fuck me and I gotta like do a whole song and dance to get them. No. You know what I'm saying? If they feeling you and want to make it happen, it's gonna go down.
I want it, goddammit. Don't make me wait for it.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't be having me waiting. I ain't playing with you. If I want it, I want it. I'm gonna tell you.
Now the thing is, a lot of these dudes be afraid to get rejected. Don't get me wrong, like you had that direct approach, you don't get rejected a lot of times.
Right.
It is what it is. You don't get rejected, but when you do knock a bitch, you gonna knock a bitch that's gonna be choosing in there. You're gonna be way more efficient. Even sometimes, even when you are direct, sometimes bitches will still try to play games or whatever.
Oh yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, that's part of the game. Because like, if dudes understood how many times that guy rejected me, like all the time, you feel what I'm saying? It's part of the game. It's part of the fucking game. Like, dude, there's times, man, where I remember me and my boy, we used to do this shit where we would play this game to see, like who could get rejected the most. You feel what I'm saying? and so, you know what I mean? So we would just be going in, and there'll be times, you know, where I talk to like 6-7 girls in a row and get rejected before one chick is like, okay, yeah, here's my number. You feel what I'm saying? And then sometimes I might talk to 2 or 3 girls in a row that give me the number. Then the next 10 girls will reject me. You know what I mean? So it's just part of it. If you become immune to that shit, it's nothing. You feel what I'm saying? So you know.
Of course, when you laugh it off and you laugh it off and you don't personalize it, you feel me? That's when you know what I mean? You understand the game when you don't personalize it. You know, a bitch could reject you for 100 different reasons, and even if she rejects you, just continue feeling you. Who gives a fuck about the bitch?
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It don't matter.
On to the next.
But what I've learned is your approach and everything. You have to facilitate an environment of I'm trying to fuck at all times. So the way you dress, the way you talking, the way you presented yourself, the music that you playing. Let's say you got a bitch in your car or at your house. Don't be playing no motherfucking blues and fucking jazz, and don't be playing no Mos Def and Talib Kweli. Even though they're my favorite rappers, I'm playing music that says I'm fucking like. I'm playing Migos, Future. I'm playing all that ratchet shit. Fucking music, you know, that lets her know, like, bitch, I'm trying to fuck. That's no romantic. You gonna chill your ass in. We gonna eat some crackers and cheese together. It's like, nah, look, I'm trying to fuck. So your whole vibe has to be, I'm trying to fuck. I'm trying to fuck. What's up? I'm trying to fuck.
Straight savage.
Exactly, real shit, man. That's because yo, I'm telling you, a chick. See, man. It's funny because women, you got to understand something. We got to think about shit from a woman's perspective sometimes. And I think guys don't understand this, is that imagine you're a chick who wants to have sex, but you're dealing with a guy and you want to have sex with this guy, but he's sort of acting like he doesn't want it. So as the woman, you're not sure if he's acting like he doesn't want it or he actually doesn't want it. So then you don't want to come off as like, oh, you know, a quote-unquote slut, and then what if he doesn't like the fact that you're super, you know, sexual? And then that could have potentially get her rejected. So this is why the guy has to lead and say, yo, what's good? I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that.
Be my slut.
Exactly. I
like
want
it.
that. So now she's like, oh, okay, this guy's cool with that. So now I could really go get it in. You see what I'm saying? Like, because remember, chicks don't like being judged. You feel what I mean? So they want to do the shit. They just don't want to be judged. They don't want to, you know what I'm saying?
Let me be a whore in peace, damn it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta have a non-judgmental. Let a bitch know, like, hey, look, bitch, you know, this is a private thing. Ain't nobody gonna know about this.
Right.
Like, you know, whatever we gonna do behind closed doors between us. You feel me? Your whole vibe. That's why I stopped using words like hoes and slut and things like that. Because subconsciously, a bitch might think like, oh, okay, he's one of them judgmental types.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
I still use the word bitch. I use the word bitch, like especially in the bedroom.
Right, in the bedroom, hell yeah.
I don't be using other words that's gonna let her know, like, oh, okay, he's the type that's gonna tell all his partners, or his female partners or whatever. So,
right.
It's as there's not judgmental.
It's real talk, man. Cause I let me tell you guys something. I had sex with this chick who does porn, right? And even her,
Okay.
it was like, and this girl does porn. And even like in like the regular everyday like situations, she was like real kind of like, she was almost kind of like shy to an extent. But then in the bedroom though, it was like ridiculous. I was like, my God. I was like, it was crazy. And it was funny because I told her too, because I told her, like when I met her, I said, I said, it's always been my fantasy to fuck with a chick who does porn. You know what I mean? And like she wasn't like a famous porn star, but she's been in a lot of porn. You said it was you.
It's me. You caught me. I didn't want nobody to know.
Nah, but she does a lot of porn and shit. So the thing was that when we was doing we was fucking or whatever, she was like super fucking, like crazy with it. You know what I'm saying? So,
She told you that she did porn too?
Yeah, well, she showed. The thing was, what happened was I didn't know she did porn. She showed me her DVD. She had a DVD, and like the DVDs with the covers, like back when people was fucking with DVDs and shit. So she showed me the DVD. She was on the DVD cover, and then after that, I started seeing her in other shit. And I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? So
nasty.
That's right. So I was like, look, man, I gotta fucking have sex with this girl because
it's going down.
I was like, I just need this shit for the bragging rights. You feel what I'm saying? Like y'all fuck the porn, the chick.
Hell yeah. That's bragging rights right there. You feel me? Not everybody can say that.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. That shit was crazy,
for free
man.
Too? For free too?
Exactly.
Like, hey, I didn't do this on camera.
Exactly. Right.
Sometimes people can say that.
Right. It's funny. I actually talking about porn. There's another girl. I'm not gonna mention her name because I don't think she like. I'll tell you what she said, but I'm not gonna mention her name. So
what's her name? What's her name?
So it's this Asian chick that does porn. I met her at a spot, and she's like 25, 26, whatever, and she was telling me, she was like, yo, she's like, I'm going through a midlife crisis because she feels bad that she did a whole bunch of porn. And I'm like, yo, this it's all good, like whatever, you know what I'm saying?
No judgment, girl.
It's all good, but when after I met her, I went home and Googled that motherfucker. I was like, yo, I was watching all her shit. But I ain't gonna say her name though, because I don't want to put her out there.
Well, I want to know her name.
I'll tell you her name after we get off.
Hey, and then I'm gonna tell y'all. I got y'all back. You know what I'm saying?
But shit, man. But yeah, these girls, they get down, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. Just so all you dudes out there, man, just be, assertive. You feel me? And don't get rejected. And you always don't get me wrong, when you approach a bitch, a lot of dudes like, oh, I'm afraid to be thirsty. I'm like, if a girl ain't feeling you, she's always gonna think you're thirsty.
Right.
Saying? I'm like, you look all listen. I don't give a damn if you have the most peaceful Mahatma Gandhi approach, like you know some. You know what I'm saying? Like just passive. She's always gonna think you a creep. You feel me? So,
right.
At the end of the day, you might as well just get rejected up front.
Right, real shit, man. But yo, man, I appreciate the call, my brother. You feel me?
Yes, sir, man. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna call next week.
Definitely, bro. I'm holla.
Peace.
Peace. Man, we got 130 people watching live right now. Shout out to all of y'all. You feel me?
I'm reading all y'all comments, by the way. I see what y'all saying about me. I see what y'all saying.
See, you know what's funny? This is what I want to point out to you guys real quick. Hold on. Before I take the next call. Jesus Christ, y'all are going the fuck in. Jesus Christ. Hold on 1 second. What I want to point out is what I want to point out real quick. And I want to make a comparison. Right? See, Sarah is extremely feminine. You feel what I'm saying? Which is why you guys are attracted. Right? Now, let's flip that. What do you think a woman's gonna feel when you're extremely masculine? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So you gotta understand that aspect. You understand? There's something about a woman who's real feminine, who's real sensual, that's like, yo, it just ignites something. It's like, because you know, usually you see a chick and you're like, yeah, these chicks are hot, these chicks are cool, but there's something about a girl who's cute, but also feminine. You feel what I'm saying? And then so on the flip side, for a guy, when a chick is looking at you and interacting with you, when you are masculine, when you have that masculine energy, that masculine presence, that, you know, that guy who's a leader, who takes charge, who's assertive, all that other shit, women fucking love it. They get wet. You feel what I'm saying? You look a chick straight in her eyes and tell her what it is. That's it. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know. But yeah, you guys can call back. I know y'all was calling in and shit. Let me see if I can type on this shit now. Okay. Why is this shit
comments be having me. I look like I eat at Whole Foods? Bro, what are you talking about?
Alright, let's see who this is. Hold on. Yo, what's going on?
Next pizza here. I just want to know why I should drop off these pizzas.
What?
I'm not sure if I find your house. Was it a road or was it a street? What exactly was it?
What happened? What are you talking about? What, I say that again?
Look, you ordered about 20 pizzas and 3 Cokes as well as 2 Sprites. So
all right, why are you playing so much? Like, why are you playing so much, damn it?
No, excuse me. Whatever party occasion you're having, so I just need your house address or wherever you live so I can deliver these and get back to work.
This dude.
I don't care. You ordered these pizzas, you gotta pay for them.
How much the pizzas?
No, you have to pay for them.
No. How much is the pizza?
Okay, look, I see a house right now. I'm gonna pull up and we're gonna get this all set.
No. How much is the pizza? How much is the pizza?
Man, that's just stupid. Why did you say that?
No. How much is the pizza? How am I supposed to pay for the pizza? You ain't telling me how much the pizza is. Is the pizza free?
Yes. Okay.
I'm crying.
Is the pizza free?
I'm crying.
Man, you're a terrible pizza delivery guy, man. You ain't telling us what's up with the pizza, bro. See, now he hung
Bye.
up. He hung up.
That is so funny.
His troll game wasn't tight. He gotta step his troll game up.
Yo, y'all out here wildin', y'all. What's up?
The dude accent was hilarious. Oh man. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yo, Mr. Locario, what's good?
What's poppin'? Who's this, bro?
Yo, this is Steve from Alabama. What's good?
Hey,
All right.
Alabama's
What's going
in the
on?
house.
What's the deal?
From the south. Well, actually, I'm from Syracuse, New York, but I just stay here for now. So
Nice.
So what's poppin' with you?
I'm chilling. Sarah over there looking like a snack and shit.
Ow, what's good? You know what I'm saying? Bite me if I'm a snack. What's good?
All that.
What
So I
up?
got a question for y'all, right? I'm generally more of a bar hop type of dude.
Uh-huh.
I was never a big clubber, but, now I'm really trying to, go out and experience more, the females that I know I like in bulk. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the club is the perfect space to do that. So
Right.
I wanted to kind of know your strategy for moving around the club and flirting and stuff like that. Like last night, like my mind was stifled. Like I hadn't been in that type of environment. You know what I'm saying? Like I can go and approach a girl at, Walmart or the gas station or some shit like that.
Right.
And I went to the club and I was like, God damn, all these people and everywhere. Like, it was overwhelming.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
So, what is your strategy for kind of moving around the club? And then on the opposite spectrum, Sarah, like, what do you look for, you know what I'm saying, when you're at the club and, you know, a guy's coming up to you, like, can y'all expound on that a little bit?
Yeah, so what do you like, Sarah, when the guys in the club? What gets you hype and want to, like, be all up on them and do all that other shit? All
right, let's say if I'm there dancing in the club, a guy come right behind me and start dancing, I'm gonna keep dancing. Like, if it's like, I personally go off a vibe. So if we vibing, having a good time, and then you're like, oh, let me buy you a drink or whatever, let's talk, let's sit down and have a conversation, it's gonna go from there. But I personally go off of vibes. Like, if we're just having a great conversation, we're having a good ass time, we're laughing, being crazy, and like just being ourselves, like, that's what I like.
Right. And what I would say too, there's a difference with like dance clubs and shit, and then like lounges and bars, because the lounges and bars, it's a little bit easier to have conversations. The clubs are more like you're communicating with your body language a lot. You understand? So it's a lot of dancing, it's a lot of touching, it's a lot of, so it all depends. But what I'll say in general, because and you still could talk in the clubs too, but in general, what I would say is that what you want to do is you want to talk to a chick and be able to escalate as fast as you can. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So what I mean is,
Got you.
and the reason why I say escalate as fast as you can, because let's say I roll up in a club and I see one girl, right? Like, I see a girl, I go to the girl, and I'm trying to escalate sexually, but she's not, responding. She's not really giving me any play, or she's just being very neutral, right?
Right.
If that happens, what I'm going to do is excuse myself from her, and then I'm going to go to the next girl. Let's say I go see Sarah. So let's say I'm talking to Sarah, and she's being responsive. We're talking, all this other stuff. We're doing that, right? And then she's like being responsive to me. Now I can spend more time with Sarah, because that may lead, you understand, to us leaving the spot.
In my panties.
Exactly. You see what I mean? So you keep going around until you find the chick who's giving you that response. But you got to make sure that you're always continuously turning it up. Meaning that you start flirting a little bit, then the flirting goes into a little bit more like sexual talk, or a little bit more flirting. You're getting closer to her like this and shit or whatever. You start getting a little touchy feely and all that. She's responding, all that stuff. And then at that point, let's say if you get to the point where you're kissing her, and then it's like, okay, it's on, we kissing, hey, let's get out of here. You feel what I'm saying? So
very true.
So you want to do that. So you might, because in certain situations, you might let's say talk to like 5 chicks before you get to the 6th girl who's gonna give you that energy to where it's like on. You feel what I mean? Or what you can do is this, and this is another way you could do it too. And I actually talk about this in my Bad Boy membership program. All of you guys should be on the Bad Boy membership. Go to badboymembership.com and join that. So another thing you can do is you talk to as many chicks as possible when you first go in. So what it is that, let's say you're at a club or a bar, and let's say there's like 15 girls you talk to, and you talk to each of them for like a few minutes, right? After you get to the 15th one, you go back to the first one, because now all 15 of them have been introduced to you. So then you go back to the first one, and then you start to feel them out and see which ones are really gravitating to you. You see what I mean? But what you got to do is you got to make sure that after you talk to all 15, you go back to the one you liked the most first, and then you work your way down to the one you like the least. You see what I'm saying?
So let me ask you a question. Is like, I guess initiating, like, I guess kind of like breaking the ice. You know what I'm saying? Like, think of like your super hood club. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just what's in Alabama. So, a lot of super hood type of atmospheres. You know what I'm saying? They're playing music I'm not necessarily familiar with. You know what I mean? So what do you use as an icebreaker? You know what I'm saying? To introduce yourself to maybe a single girl or a group of chicks, because a lot of times too, I'm finding myself I'm the lone wolf. My niggas is just not doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I just have to go out so that they don't get in the way. And it's like, damn, you know what I mean? It's me versus 5 chicks. You know what I'm saying? How do I,
That's a good problem to have.
He says that's a good problem to have. But what I would say too is first, because I don't know all of the spots in Alabama, but
Right.
I would say first I would say what you want to do is try to find spots that are the least hood. You feel what I'm saying? Because
you gonna find a hood chick. You want a hood chick in the hood club.
That's gonna be easier. So what I'm saying is it's gonna be easier to approach and interact the less hood it is, because you feel what I'm saying? Because if it's hood, then you probably gonna have to match that hood energy to be. You know, you understand what I'm saying? Yo ma, what up? Yo, take all that bullshit.
Yo ma got the Glock on me. She gonna be like, ooh, that gave me wet.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right. But either way, what it is like to start the conversations. And again, Bad Boy membership, because I have a whole program called How to Approach a Group of Women. So basically, what it is this is when you're talking to, like, let's say if you're talking to one girl, let's start with one girl. With one girl, it's just easy because it's one girl. She's just there. It's just like, hey, what's going on? How's your night? What's up? Like, or you can go indirect and ask her something. Oh, what's that you drinking right there? Then you start a conversation. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just really opening up to just start the conversation. And so you see if she's responding to you or receptive to you by how she responds to whatever you said to open up. Now, if the chick is like, if she's if she's like in a group of girls, right?
Yeah.
Again, you got to make sure that you're talking to the whole group. So if it's her and like another girl, or her and 3 girls, or whatever, or her and even 5 girls, you gotta approach the whole group and talk to the whole group. Now, if the more girls there are, the more difficult it is. So if it's only 2 chicks, that's a little bit easier. You just approach both of them and you talk to both of them right there. If it's like 3 or more, or I would say even 4 or more. 4 is a little, 3 you could still sort of do that. But if it's like 4 or more girls, you're going to have to approach the group, acknowledge the whole group first, probably, shake their hand, give them a hug, whatever, talk to, like, hey, how's everybody? Like,
Daryl, why do females roll so deep to the club? Why y'all be like 7 and 8 deep? Like, it's crazy.
Because you want to be with your girls, having a good time. You want to party.
Yeah,
you want to get lit.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right. And then, but you got to make sure that you talk to all the girls in a group. Meaning, when you first approach them, and it don't even necessarily mean where you got to talk to all of them the whole night, but you got to make sure that they have all been acknowledged by you. Meaning that you don't want to go to that one girl in a group, talk to her, and ignore her friends, because they're gonna hate you for that. Even if they don't like you, even if they weren't into you, even if none of the girls in the group are attracted to you, they don't like the fact that you're talking to their friend and you ain't saying nothing to them, because they feel, oh, how come he ain't saying nothing to me? How come he ain't talking to me?
Girls like attention. So
right.
Give them all attention.
Right. So and they don't want they're gonna probably cock block you if you don't acknowledge them. You see what I mean?
True.
Because also too on a subconscious level, they're still jealous that you didn't talk to them. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Even if they don't like you, they still want you to come and talk to them and acknowledge them. Because if you're talking to their friend, like let's say Sarah's in a group of like 5 of her friends, you just go up and talk to Sarah and ignore her friends.
They're gonna be tight.
Like, oh,
Sarah, come here.
Exactly, right. They're like, come over here. Who that?
And you talk to all of us and be like, so what y'all doing after this?
Right,
or like,
exactly.
You have a conversation with all of us.
Right, and they were a little bit more warmed up to you, and it's like they'll be cool with you talking to her because you've already acknowledged the rest of them. You see what I'm saying? So that is that type of shit. You see what I mean? So, but in this other ways that you can do it, other like little more detailed, intricate stuff. But this is why you guys gotta get on the Bad Boy membership. Get the joint. How to approach a group of women. That's the joint right there. You see what I'm saying? Because I go into detail of how to do all of that
got
shit.
the book, the audio joints.
Right.
And join it there too. So
that's what's up. That's what's up. But yeah, definitely get that. Go on a Bad Boy membership and get that, because I break down how to talk to girls when it's 2 girls in groups of 3 or more, girls in groups where there's guys in it, because there's gonna be times you're gonna see a girl you want to holler at, and it's her girlfriend, and like 3 dudes, and you got to know if this nigga's a boyfriend, is the guy just a fucking friend? You gotta know all that shit. And so that and it's different ways of how to really go into the situation. You see what I'm saying?
I got you, bro.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man.
Got you. Yeah, when did I hear you say your birthday was, Locario?
It's May 28th. It's the end of this month.
Hey, turn up.
I'm actually gonna have a sale on that shit. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead. What you saying?
Say it again.
I said I'm gonna have a sale on my Memorial Day weekend sale. I'm gonna have a sale on there too on my birthday around that time.
Cool.
You feel me?
That's cold as fuck. What's crazy is I've been following your work for about 3 or 4 months now, man. And I heard you say that shit and I flipped out. My shit is on the same day, bro.
Oh, we're May 28th.
Hell yeah.
That's what's up, bro.
Happy birthday.
Exactly.
What you got anything special planned? Like you doing anything cool?
Shit, I don't even know yet, really. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta see what's popping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
Yeah,
but, you know, that's what's up, man. Well,
happy
happy early birthday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell yeah. That's crazy as hell.
That's what's up, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Listen, y'all take care. Be easy. I appreciate everything y'all doing. Keep pushing.
That's what's up.
And mahalo.
All right, peace.
All right.
Yeah, man. See, I'm telling you, Sarah wants it bad. She wants it so bad.
That's good.
She wants it so bad. It's just like, it's so crazy. You see her eyes? Sarah just wants it so bad, you know? It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Sarah ain't ready, though. She ain't ready for all that.
You think so? No.
You ain't ready for all that. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Hello?
You.
Yeah, it's Nez from London.
Nez, what's poppin', brother? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm
morning
chilling.
or good afternoon.
I'm chilling. What's going on? What's up with you?
Yeah, nothing, man. I see Sarah's there again.
Yeah,
hey,
man.
what's up?
Yeah, what's up, love? How you doing?
I'm good.
What's going on?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, Mr. Locario, I was just listening to what you were saying about, I think like half an hour ago, and you were saying that when you were in your early 20s and stuff like that, that you got to the level where that you were having sex with like 2-3 girls a day in one night, and I'm just like kind of worried because like I'm 27 now, and I think to myself, I kind of compare myself to other guys and stuff like that, and I hear or I see that there's other guys who started on this type of thing that were a lot younger than me. I think to myself that because I've left it kind of too late, that I'm never going to be able to kind of get myself to the level where I'll be able to kind of get the type of girl that I want, or get the younger, because I'm mostly attracted to girls who are like 18, 19, 20, that type of thing. And I try to go after them, but I'm thinking that sometimes that I might be getting a bit too old or something like that. So how do I?
We like them all. We like them all.
Well, the thing is, look, man. First of all, don't compare yourself to anybody. You see what I'm saying? So only compare yourself to yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So what that means is focus on your own progress. You see what I mean? So what you want to do is you want to continue to progress and get better than you were before, and comparing yourself to, because you got to understand something. Like, when you compare yourself to other people, it's a waste of time, because since you're not them, you're not going to have the exact same experiences and things go down because of their situations, their life. You have a different type of life. You have a different type of situation. You have different variables that go along with it. So all you need to do is compare yourself to yourself. So you got to say, look, this is what I want to do. This is where I want to go. This is what my goals or whatever. So am I reaching the goals that I want? And if I'm not, what do I need to do to make that happen? So now, if you're going to look to people for inspiration, or you're going to look to people for ideas, that's cool. You understand? But if you're trying to compare yourself to people, that's going to slow you down.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So
worry about yourself.
Right. So don't worry. Don't be looking like, oh, well, this person did this and I'm not doing it. No, you don't want to do that. You want to be able to say, what do I need to do to get what I want? Period. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
so
yeah,
yes.
I think that was a problem in school as well, because when I was younger, I had no confidence, and I was kind of anxious around people. I had all the social anxiety and everything, and I don't really talk to anybody in class, in college, like sixth form, high school, all that stuff. And I'd see like the guys who were being approached by girls, and girls were talking to them, and I was just like too scared to say anything to try and make something happen, because back then I was like, okay, well, you know, these guys are better looking than me. I'm ugly. I'm this and that and the other. So there's no point in me. I thought that there was no point in me trying to even trying to initiate to try and make something happen. So I just kind of withdrew, and maybe kind of carried on to today, I guess. But yeah, no, I'm a lot better now. I'm you know, I came out of my shell. I'm starting to do things that, you know, I wouldn't have dreamed of doing maybe like 5-6 years ago even. So,
right.
I guess, you know.
Well, see, the thing is, again, like a lot of it is, again, your mindset, man. You feel what I'm saying? Like African scientists in the chat room, we said you're way too negative. You feel what I'm saying? So,
that's a fact.
And Jermaine Jones said you're giving too much power to women. You see what I mean? So you gotta, and that's the thing that I noticed a lot with you. It's really, a lot of it is really about your mindset. You understand? Your mindset and how you think about stuff is going to dictate how you go about things. Because remember, your thoughts become your actions. You see what I mean? So the thing is, this is why I said focus on yourself. Because if you're focusing on yourself, what it is that there's really no place else to distract you from really getting progress. Because you say, well, listen, before I would go out and I would talk to a bunch of girls and I would get like 3 numbers. Now I'm getting like 6 to 10 numbers. So now you're like, okay, I'm getting progress. Before it would take me this long to be able to like get a girl into bed, and now I'm able to do it at this time. You see what I mean? So you got to figure out how to do these things to get yourself in a situation to progress. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it is. So stop comparing yourself to other people. And you got to stop having this negative mind. Because a lot of times I keep hearing you say, well, I see these other guys and I see this other, like, forget all that shit. Forget all these other people.
About yourself.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, don't worry about none of that shit. You feel what I mean? You got to figure out what do you need to do for you. You see what I mean? So don't, because remember, because remember, this is what I want to say too. A lot of what you see sometimes isn't what it is. So what I mean is, let's say you see a dude, a good-looking guy walking into a spot with a hot girl. You're thinking, damn, this guy got that girl because he's good-looking. But you don't even realize this chick is probably an escort. You feel what I'm saying? And he paying her to fuck.
Exactly.
You have no idea.
Perception.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything.
Or that could be his sister. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? They just walking down the block or whatever. You don't know. So you're making up the story in your head, and the story is going along with your perception of reality. So you have to block out all that shit a lot. You feel what I mean? And then just go with you. Go with what you're doing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I understand. I think it's kind of stemmed from, like you said, making up a story in your head. Because sometimes back in school, especially in primary school and secondary school, like you get kids that call you names and call you ugly and stuff like that, just to try and pick on you, or maybe like make themselves feel good if they got their own issues or whatever. And then you start thinking to yourself, okay, well, if they say it enough times, it must make it true or something. And then it's hard to kick that pattern of thinking. Right,
but that's why you gotta. There's a book. Oh man, I forgot the name of the book. I think it's called "What to Say When You Talk to Yourself" or some shit like that. And yeah, I think that's the name of the book. It's called "What to Say When You Talk to Yourself." And I think you need to get that book because it basically tells you how to program your subconscious mind so that you start to see yourself differently. Because remember, all the stuff you say to yourself goes into your mind, and that's what makes you act the way you act. Because like, for example, if you notice, there's a lot of videos that I have that, even when I'll be talking about looks, and I say in these videos, I'm like, yo, I'm sexy as fuck. I'm like, yo, I'm at like at least an 8 or 9 out of 10. I look fucking good. Now, is that true or not? Who the fuck knows? It's all opinion. but I'm saying that to myself. Like, I'm the shit. You understand? I'm confident. That's the stuff that you got to say to yourself, because that's what brings the things out. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And so what you're doing is you're conditioning yourself to see yourself a certain way. And then what happens is other people start to interact with you. So the thing is, it's like I always say with music, where they play a song, or they used to play the songs on the radio over and over and over and over, whack ass songs over and over and over again, and then after a while you're like, yo, this song is hot, but it's the same fucking song, but they programmed you to think it's hot.
I like that shit,
you see what I'm saying? It's the same thing with this game right here with chicks. If you keep telling yourself, yo, I'm the shit, I'm fly, this and that, even when you don't believe it, it don't even matter. You just say it. You're saying it because your subconscious mind don't give a fuck if you believe it or not. Your subconscious mind is going to take it in. And then after a while, that's what's going to happen. You're going to feel it. You're going to believe it. Then you're going to start acting in that way. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what I'm saying. It takes work.
Thanks. I'll definitely check out that book. Yeah, you said, what was it called?
It's called What to Say When You. What is? Let me see if I can Google this, because I know I have it on here or something like that. You see how I be trying to concentrate? Sarah is good. I'm like trying to concentrate. I'm like, is this booty in my face? What's going on? Nah, keep doing it. Go ahead.
The people want me to dance. I'm gonna dance for y'all.
Oh, let me try to find this book. I think it's called What to Say When You Talk to Your. Okay, I found it. Hold on. It's called. Here we go. I'm gonna put it up on the screen so you guys can see it. It's called What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Shad Helmsetter. So this is the book. What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. So make sure you guys get that book. That shit is the shit right there. You feel me? So yeah, make sure you guys get that shit. Man. Alright, so we're gonna take like a few more calls and then we gotta head up out of here. Yo, what's going on?
Yeah, sorry, my phone cut out.
Okay, so that was you again. Okay, so did you see the book that I put on the screen?
Yeah, I just saw it now. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's called. I'm gonna put it up again. It's called What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Shad Helmsetter. So make sure you get this book.
Yeah, you need to buy that book.
That shit is the shit. You feel me? Yeah. So so make sure you get that shit. You feel me?
All right, cheers, man. Yeah, thanks.
All right, bro.
Thanks.
All right,
cheers,
I'm
Sarah,
at you, man.
Take care. I'll catch you later, yeah?
All right,
thanks,
peace.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Yeah.
He needs a confident boost, like a serious confident boost. He's getting me tight. His accent's already hot.
See, she said you think the accent's
His
hot?
accent's already hot. So like he good. He's overthinking. He needs to stop overthinking.
Yeah, you gotta go to London and holler at your boy.
Yo, like for real, what's that?
It said do a real twerk.
Listen, this ain't that type of show,
Yeah.
okay? People talk about running trains and twerking. Yeah, you gotta chill. Okay? You gotta chill.
Oh man, you're gonna have to send some donations to the cause. You feel me? And so make sure you guys make sure you guys follow Sarah at Starring Sarah on Instagram. You feel me? Let me see.
I'm gonna move in Atlanta real soon, y'all.
Yo, what's going on?
Yo, what's good, Locario?
What's poppin'? Who's this?
This is T. I'm in LA right now.
Hey, West Coast.
Alright. What's going on with you, bro?
Yeah. Chilling, man. Yeah, I was watching the show, man, trying to see what's good. Are you going to Vegas anytime soon, or you don't know?
To Vegas? Not anytime soon. I'm trying to get out there, but what's going on?
Oh, I feel you. Cause like in July, I'm trying to go. Cause I know I hit you up like a few months back to see if you was interested. You know what I'm saying? Me and my homeboys gonna go out there. Like it'll be like the first weekend of like NBA Summer League.
Okay.
It'll be like the first weekend of July. But I'm just putting that out there, you know, cause you know I feel like that's the best place. Like you know the Vegas Strip in the U.S. You know, as one of the best places to have the opportunity to approach. You know, so many different.
Right, to holler at the chicks. Nah, I feel you. I gotta get out there too, cause I'm gonna be actually in Jamaica though in August. So for all my Jamaican cats, holler at your boy. But yeah, I gotta get out there. I gotta get out there in Vegas and see what's popping too, cause I've been I haven't been there yet, And but I just got to find some time to really get my schedule together and see what's going on. You feel me? So I'll try to make that happen. But what else is going on with you? Everything good? Everything good?
Yeah. I got a question about this. Approaching the game where you only want blowjob from the chick. You don't really want to fuck. You just want head. Like
you just want some head.
So you say,
what's your take on approaching the game with females where you only want head? You don't even really want to fuck.
Yo, ma, give me some head. Nah, just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, so
it's like because I feel like a lot of females are like, I'm not really that interested in like having like fucking, but I'll be more interested in getting head from them. You know, like
right.
It's like majority of females. Like for me, is like that's what is. I mean, a lot of them are like that. You know.
Man, well, listen,
so how would you approach it? Should you just let the chick know like that, like from jump? Like,
I just want some head from you, shorty.
How would you approach the game, like?
Right. Well, I mean, when you're in an intimate situation where y'all are kissing and touching, you feel what I'm saying? Then that's when you let her know.
What that mouth do?
Yeah, let her know at that point.
What that mouth do, shorty?
You feel me? Well, why you don't want to fuck? You just like you ain't trying to fuck. You just want to get some head.
Yeah, like I feel like certain women, like I don't know, I just look at them and like certain women, I just look at them and then like I'll be like, oh, I'll be more interested in just dealing with just getting head and like not really, I don't know, cause like there are some things, you know, with I feel like this head is like everything is like I feel like some girls I'm just more interested in that part of sex and not.
So is it because hold on, let me ask you this. Is it because the girls you just want head from, are those girls
like your fantasy?
Is those girls you're not that attracted to?
I mean of course at the end of the day a chick I would think that's a top notch 9 or 10 I'm gonna most likely want to fucking get head too. But most likely I'm gonna want head first, and then I feel like if she does it, if she does a decent, job giving head, then I'll be more motivated to fuck.
Right.
I don't know. That's how I've been feeling like lately. Like
you just want some head.
See, I think you fucking with a lot of chicks who you ain't really that into, and so that's why you just want the head, because you ain't really that attracted to them to really fuck them. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's what usually possibly, it is.
But yeah, possibly. But I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't know.
But I'm saying if you just want head, just tell her you want some head. You feel what I'm saying? And if the chick is feeling you that much, she'll give you head because see when a chick, women like to please men who they like. You feel me? So she'll give you the head. If she's feeling you like that.
Exactly.
But on top of that, you're going to have some girls who are going to want to fuck too. So, in that situation, it could be an issue. Because now, if she want to fuck but you ain't fucking her, it's only a matter of time when she's going to not just want to be there giving you head. She's going to be like, yo, why you ain't doing nothing with, doing
like,
nothing
else? Like, what's that? My turn. Like,
exactly,
yeah,
right.
I feel you. It's like, because I feel like head, I feel like it could be, even just with head alone, it could be a selfish game. Because I've had chicks where I was in situations where, they just wanted me to fuck them and they didn't want to give me head, you know what I'm saying? So
that happens
even in sexual situations, I feel like, like sometimes, people want different things sexually,
Right,
so,
right. So yeah, you just gotta find the chicks who's cool with that, just cool with giving you the head.
Yep.
And if she's cool with that, you know what I'm saying?
So I guess you won't really find that out until the best way to. So really, we should wait until we're able to get them in a private spot where we're
most likely because
if she likes giving head or
most likely because this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. When you're in a situation where she's showing interest sexually, you feel what I'm saying? And and she y'all in the chat room killing me. And she, and y'all are in that situation, then it's easier to bring that up. But if you just meet a girl at a bar and y'all been talking for 2 minutes and you just say to her, "You listen, I just want you to suck my dick. I don't want to fuck you." She's like,
straight to the point. She'll be like, "What?"
She's like, "What? Like, what are you talking? You know what I'm saying?"
She might be with it.
Yeah, she might.
She
but
might be
exactly,
with it.
She
You
might.
just never know.
You never know. But
Shoot
I'm
your
just
shot.
saying, the best course of action is to do it while she's there, when y'all are really fucking around. You see what I'm saying?
I feel you. All right, I got another quick question, and I'm gonna let y'all go.
All right, go ahead.
Oh yeah, when it comes to cold approaching a chick, how long do you think if you have because I do have like business cards I could just give away. I can do it different way. I can just give that, or I can just ask for a number.
Right.
But how long you think a cold approach should last? Like whether because like a grocery store or a beach or like a park or like anywhere out in the streets. How long do you think a cold approach should last before you just try to exchange contact information and try to meet up with her at another later time?
I say no more than
last like a minute or two. Or
yeah, I say no more than no more than 2 minutes, 3 maximum. You know what I'm saying? That's 3 is pushing it, but me like around like 2 minutes is it? Because really all you're really doing is just like being real quick with it. You see what I'm saying? Because there's times I approach girls in the street and it's like 2 minutes, not even like 30 seconds. It's just like, yo, hold on real quick. What's your name? Sarah, nice to meet you. Listen, I'm on my way to so-and-so. Here's my card. I want you to hit me up, later tonight. And that's it. And I just keep that shit pushing.
Okay. Now, what if you're at a spot like the Vegas Strip where everybody's like on vacation? How would you take the approach longer since everybody's on vacation, or would you approach a chick for like straight 30 minutes? Like,
oh hell no, you ain't talking to no chick for no 30 damn minutes. If you doing that for 30 minutes, that means that's going somewhere. You feel what I'm saying? That means that y'all about to go get it popping. So again,
that means we about to like head to the room or something.
Yes, exactly.
Clearly, if y'all talking for half an hour, y'all better have an interesting conversation.
Right. So you gotta, again, it all depends on the context. If you talk to her and you find out she on vacation, you find out she ain't got shit to do that day. Oh, cool, you ain't got nothing to do. Well, listen, I'm
slide
free.
in the panties.
It's like, yo, let's go and do this. You see what I'm saying?
All right. What about when getting a drink with a chick? How would you play it with seeing if she's willing to pay for her drink? Would you just wait for her to see if she do it, or how would you play it? Like, how would you play that? Like when you meet at a bar with a chick, would you just wait for her to pay for her drink?
You talking about
some chicks, they expect the dude to pay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Well, what you want to do is you want to do it where y'all take turns. So you say, listen, I'm gonna get this round, you're gonna get the second round. So that she knows it's gonna go down. You see what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Right. That's what you gotta do.
Sure.
You feel what I mean? So if you on a date with a chick, I'm not talking about if you just met a random girl at the bar, that's a different story. I'm talking about if you're actually on a date, then you do that type of stuff. If you meet a random girl at a bar, you ain't gotta buy her shit. You feel what I'm saying? You just talk to her.
Okay. So if she say, yeah, I go to the bar with you, but then do you mention to her around, I get around 1 and she get around 2, and she not down with that, it's not even worth meeting up with her pretty much.
Yeah, like if she's on some, I ain't doing that, then we ain't gonna meet. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's not really about her buying a drink. It's about her following your directions.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So if she's not willing to do that, then we ain't gotta talk. You feel me? It's just like that. Yeah. You feel me? But yeah, man. But yo, listen, I appreciate the call, my brother. You feel me? As Sarah twerks on the way out to the end of the show.
Stacey Dash little sis.
Oh my God, is that you calling me that? I'm gonna fuck you up.
You look like Angela Yee to me.
Oh my goodness, I get that every day.
Oh, Angela Yee, hey, she got a little Angela Yee.
Yeah, that's
like, but I think she looks more like Stacey Dash.
Man, but yo, man, appreciate the call, brother.
All right, then.
All right.
All right, be easy, dog.
All right, peace. Later.
All right, dog.
All right, so listen, guys, it's almost about that time. We're about to head up out of here. Sarah's about to cry because she's very sad.
It was so fun. I love y'all. Y'all so funny.
She was looking forward to this all year.
Y'all so crazy in these comments.
But Sarah, you say you might be moving to LA, right?
I might be moving to either Atlanta or LA. I haven't decided yet.
And when is this happening?
I would love to go like this summer.
Oh shit! So
I want to go.
Sarah might be, in a town near you.
Hey, turn up.
So but listen, man, I want to shout out all the people in the chat room. Let me see who's up in here. We had Kenwood Drive, Rod Longstaff, pause, Khalil, Heavy Hands, Anonymous, Fresh Dawn. Who else? Eastern Conversation, Humble Wolf, L Hall, Mag,
Eastern Conversation.
Vogue,
I like that person, whoever that is. He's funny.
Jesse, Carlos Slim,
and Female Pimp.
Female Pimp in the building. J3, Cal Lender. Who else we had? Got Juices in the building.
Anonymous.
Anonymous is saying some funny shit too. Enemies Defeated was in here. Real One 504. Shaddy Ratty. The Smart One is in the building. Who else was up in here? Auto Chris. Albert Ortega. You feel me? So guys, listen. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Remember to get How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day.
Gonna be lit.
Hard copy, audio book. And Sarah, let them know where they can find you again on the Instagram.
Alright, so boom. My Instagram is
like boom.
Alright, so boom. My Instagram is starring Sabra, StarringSaraa.
Right.
And then y'all did ask me some questions, so I want to answer. My favorite position is back shots. I like that. What else they was asking me? I'm single. Oh, I'm Dominican. I'm Dominican, Puerto Rican. I speak Spanish, papi, and I'm from New York.
That's what's up, man. So listen, guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. You said Sarah should be a permanent co-host.
Hey, turn it.
All right. No, we got to get Sarah on here some more times before she moves. Before she's out of here. You feel what I'm saying? Before she's gone. You feel me? But yeah, so you guys have a good... Look at, he's still talking about that shit. You guys like... There we go. You happy? So guys, listen. Have a good weekend. And I will talk to you guys soon. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Later.